audio coming from? Straight to the phone? Yeah.
Hey Ralph, don't forget the white belt.
Sorry, any problem on the board?
That will be hard.
You got it?
That ought to be easy.
All right, guys. Good go.
Good evening. My name is Assistant Chief Philip Rivera, Commanding Officer, Patrol Borough Bronx. I'm with Deputy Chief Timothy McCormack, Commanding Officer, Detective Borough Bronx, and Captain Anthony Macia, Commanding Officer, 41st Precinct. The information I'm about to provide is preliminary and subject to change, as this information is only a few hours old. Today, at approximately 4:50 p.m., officers from the 41st Precinct were dispatched to Westchester Avenue and Fox Street for a female shot at that location. Upon the officers' arrival, they encountered an 11-year-old female shot in the abdomen. Officers assisted EMS in removing the child to the ambulance. She was transported to Lincoln Hospital, where she remains in critical condition. A preliminary investigation reveals that a male was running on Fox Street from Westchester Avenue towards 165th Street, while being chased by two people riding a scooter. When the male being chased approached the front of 1015 Fox Street, he attempted to enter, causing the scooter to bypass the male. The male then doubled back along Fox Street towards Westchester Avenue, at which point the passenger in the scooter began to shoot at the male. One round traveled down Fox Street and struck the 11-year-old who was standing in front of 993 Fox Street. We are seeking the public's assistance in identifying both the intended target and the perpetrators in this incident. If anyone has information, please call 1-800-577-TIPS. I can take a few questions at this time.
Do we know any more about the girl's condition right now? Is it very grave? Is it just critical and stable? Do we know anything nuances of it?
Critical condition at this point.
And you said they were exchanging them. Any idea how many rounds were fired?
Unknown at this point.
Now, how many times the victim was struck? Once.
Josh, just to be clear, so it wasn't an exchange of gunfire, one weapon as far as you know that was being fired?
As far as we know, one weapon at this point that was fired from the school.
And roughly how far was the weapon from the victim?
We can't tell at this point in time.
What was it like, were they very close or was it like, were they on a block, was it all clear? I couldn't understand.
It's approximately half a block.
This is the second time in a week, I believe, that we have suspects opening fire while on a moped. Can you speak to the difficulty in tracking down these suspects when they're taking advantage of the ability to get in and get out so quickly?
It's a very, very difficult. It's extremely difficult, and time consuming, but we will track it down, and we will chase the scooter as far as it goes. We have time for one or two more?
No women found.
Guys, hold up.
Was the
I
little don't- girl with her mother? Was she coming home from school? Can you give us some context as to what they were doing?
She's with family.
She was she on her way home from school?
She's with family.
At the time of the shooting, was she was with family members?
Yes,
Okay, outside the nest.
outside.
Not other friends.
Did you understand that she took cover at all when the shooting started? Did you have any information about that?
We have nothing on it. All right, guys. Anybody else? Last question here.
Can you speak to the heinous nature of this 11-year-old girl in the middle of the afternoon, just trying to walk down the street in her neighborhood? Speak to how awful that is.
This is very, very difficult for us to accept. This is the second child that's shot in this borough this year, an 11-month-old and now an 11-year-old. It is troubling that this is happening in our society today, when the NYPD, we know how to fight crime, and we're doing it to the best of our ability. And I think the other parts of the criminal justice system need to step up and take their responsibility for what's going on. All right, thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
There you have it, folks. The 11-year-old girl was shot around today in the Bronx. That was the press conference. We have posted that video on our YouTube page, so you guys can take a look at that. Definitely a sad situation here in the Bronx. Thank you for joining.
He's running the school right behind him. He's running the school right behind him. He stops, he tries to go into the building. The scooter passes my scooter section. And then he doubles back.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining.
Thank you very much. Assistant Chief, the guy in uniform.